So here I log into my, he's coming, okay? VMware faculty is coming. So what happened when we install the operating system? When we install the Linux operating system, same thing happened what it happened in Windows. In Windows, what happened in Windows? There is a top level directory get created. What is the top level directory in Windows? C, right? Underneath all the program files, whatever is get created, it will, all those directories get created, right?
Yes.
We don't care what is the purpose of each directory. Do we care? No. But as a Linux administrator, we do care what file, what directories get, where it get created in Linux. Okay? So, even Windows administrator doesn't care. Just installing everything, like if you do any software install in Windows, where it's get installed? /C program files, right?
Yes.
Program files, it get installed there. So here, Windows, Linux, these are the directories created. These are the directories it created. But under which directory this directory get created?
Root.
Root. Very good. Okay. Under this /. The same like in Windows, we have C. In Linux, what we have? Root. The // we call root. Clear? So what is the top level directory? If I ask you, what is the top level directory in Windows?
C.
C. Now I ask you, what is the top level directory in Linux?
Root.
What is the top level directory in Unix?
Root.
Same root. Clear? If interviewer asks, interviewers are interviewers, they can ask anything. They will ask, what is the top level directory in Unix? What will be your answer? Root //. And they do ask this kind of question, when especially the interviewer is the Indian. Okay, they do ask. So just they will not see like which question supposed to ask. So some people in interview thing, they usually, if you follow like a other countries people like American, Russian, they will start with the standard question, average questions. Then if you do good, they will go little bit advanced questions. Okay, and if you're not doing good, they will try to gauge you where you're standing. They will came down little bit. But Indians, they don't care what is your standard. If you're applying for the lead, he will ask what is the topmost directory. He don't care how do you the interviewer feel. So interviewer and interview. So what is the topmost directory in Unix? // that is called root. Okay? Root is the topmost directory. Next directory, under root there is a many directories, right? Each directory, if you see, these are the different directories. Each directory have its own purpose. If some directory is there, means it has its own purpose, right? You're sitting here, it means there is some purpose. You're going home, some purpose. Going work, some purpose. Everything has purpose. So if those are the directories exist, it has purpose. So what is the purpose of each directory we will learn? today. I will start with the bin directory. Okay? So, which directory I will start?
Bin.
I will say not bin. I will say slash bin.
Slash.
It is under slash, right? Under root, right? I will say slash bin. So, last time when I set up your operating system in your system, I created a regular user, right? Your name. Somebody says his name is Zia, somebody says Sayyad, somebody says something. I create their usernames, right? So, in every operating system, there is a two different types of users. One is regular user. So, last week, whatever the user I set up, that's a regular user. Right? Regular user cannot. I will show you how to shut down the system. You log in as a regular user or root?
Root.
Root, right? I'm not saying log in by yourself and shut down it. Regular user does not have privilege, permission to shut down. Regular user, just log in, do your work, log out. That's it. If you want to reboot, ask administrator to do it. Then administrator log in as a root and do it. So regular user do its own task, creating file, removing file, writing script, writing programs. It's log into their system and do its work. Then log out. So sound like a regular user have specific commands so regular user can run, right? Linux, what you're getting when you log in, it's just a completely blank screen, right? If you want to perform certain operation, create file, remove file, whatever you want to do, what you have to do, run some commands. Everything command and file based operating system. Windows is same, but the Windows make us, it will do lot of things in the background. Everything is hidden. We don't know what the Windows is doing if I launch the Internet Explorer. If I perform any tasks, I don't know what the Windows is doing. In Linux, no. Run command. You have to know what the system is doing, what the operating system is doing behind the scene. Everything is a command. There is a command to list the files and directories. ls. pwd. I run the ls command, right? I went to the change. Can you see? I read it. cd is the command to go to change directory to root. And then I type pwd. pwd is the command to check where I am. Present working directory. What is my present working directory? And I run the ls command, list what I have in the root. What files, what directory exist. ls command. So these are the directory exist. So everything I have, it's a specific task, specific command. So I said, it means local, even the regular user has some set of commands he can run. And if I log in as a root, then I log in as a root. What I am doing? I am using the graphical user interface. If I want to reboot the box, if I want to do any create user, add user, delete user, what I have to do?
Give the commands.
Very good. Give the commands. It means regular user has its own commands and root has its own commands. Make sense? So under the bin, all the regular user command resides. Regular users. Regular user. What is the purpose of, if the interviewer asks, what is the purpose of bin directory? And from the next week, I will start taking quizzes. Okay? From next week. So what is the purpose of slash bin directory?
Regular user command.
All the regular user commands. All the regular user command resides under slash bin. Then, what about the root? What about the root commands? Where the root commands can reside? Root slash sbin. Slash sbin is the directory. All the root command administrator commands reside. Who is the administrator in Linux? Huh? Who is the administrator? Root, right? If I ask you to shut down the system, you have to log in as a clear? So all these commands resides under SBIN directory. Okay. How can I check which command resides which? But the commands and everything I will cover in the next tomorrow class. Which ls? It will tell me. It give me. Your ls command resides under the bin. I say which pwd. It resides under bin. I said what is the command to shut down the system? Init, right? This is a regular user command or administrator command? Administrator command. Where it is resides? SBIN. So what is the purpose of SBIN? All the root administrator commands resides under SBIN. And bin? Purpose of bin? Very good. Regular user command resides under bin. Any questions so far? So we know what purpose of this. We know purpose of this, right? Then what is the purpose of dev? We start with the dev. Okay? Dev. Dev, purpose of dev is contains all the device file. Okay? Device file. What do you mean by device file? When I add any disk in the system, okay? Disk is the hardware component or software component? Hardware component, right? Hardware disk. How can I access the disk? I need a software, right? So what happens if I add any disk in my system? It will create one file. Using that file, okay. Why do I have to add the disk in my system?
Install something.
Huh?
To install something.
Which kind of
Right.
Or
to write the
Huh?
what kind of disk? Read or
Any
write?
disk.
Read or write?
Flash drive.
is to
Okay, flash drive. USB drive.
Okay.
is to write the
To read
data
or write?
for a
Very good. Read or write. Why do you add that flash drive in your system? To copy some photos or take or copy some data or transfer the data, right? So same here. Why you are adding some hardware, any hardware? So what happened in Unix? One file is get created referring to that device. So then what you have to do? You can access the device. You can read and write into that device using that file. You will learn more about in administration. Okay. So when I attach the USB, I want to write into the USB. And what happened in the system? Kernel said, oh, this is the USB, Linux kernel. I will create file sdb /dev. Using that file, you can read or write. You can copy the data or you can put the data in the drive. Suppose if you have some printer attached, okay, you hook up the printer to the Linux system. Okay, so we don't know where what file get created in Windows, right? But in Linux, where the file get created? How can I access the printer? I can access the printer. Thus some files get created reference to that printer. So where that file get created? Under dev directory /dev. So it will then using that file I can give the print to the printer. So what is the purpose of dev directory?
To create file.
What is the purpose of dev directory?
Communicate.
Device file. It just creates the device file. It contains all the device file. If interviewer asks what is the purpose of dev /dev directory, it just contains the device file, any hardware device. If the webcam you attach to the Linux system, how can you access the webcam? Some files get created. Using that file, you can access the webcam. Where that file get created? Under /dev. Clear, right?
So whatever you connect, so the files get in,
/dev, all the files, all the hardware file get created. Any hard device. That's the purpose of /dev.
Create and contain files.
Huh?
Create and contain files, right?
You are not creating.
Okay.
create files.
It's automatically created. So
So it's
the answer is, it contains all the device files. And you are not going to create any file underneath. I'm working last 18 years, I never create any files anywhere, like under /dev, even not in the bin. Because everything is created by operating system.
So how will you differentiate those files if you connect a USB and then you connect a webcam? How you differentiate between those files?
You will learn more in administration. So that's a good question. But how do I know which file get created?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
You will know when I start administration. There is a specific file, war log messages. When I connected, I add USB, say like, oh, new device, this file get created for this device.
Okay.
Then I use that device file to access it. Okay? So /dev, clear? So far what we learned? Bin, has been, dev. So if I call you 3 in the morning, I ask you what is the purpose of bin directory, what will be your answer?
For the regular
It
user.
contains all the regular user files. If I ask you, okay, don't go to bed, give me another answer. What is the purpose of sbin directory?
This contains
All that, it contains all the
Administrative.
administrator commands, root user commands. Okay, don't go to bed. What? Give me one more answer, last answer, /dev.
All the devices.
All the device files. Clear, right? Okay. Next thing is the home. Okay? So when I create the user, okay? When I create the user, do you think user can read and write everywhere? No. I will give restriction to the user. I will put the restriction. If I allow my guest, right? If I'm allowing some guest in my house, I will give the restriction, right? Sir, this is your guest room. If you need anything, just relax here. This is the bathroom you can use. Dinner, come downstairs. Right? You put some restriction. But here same. When you're creating any user, where you're creating? Under home. So when user log into the system, what happened? They need some place to land. Okay? Look at here. I'm logging as a regular user, right? So see where I'm landing means once I log into the box, which directory I am in. In Windows we don't know, right? We got just desktop. Come on. I'm logging. PWD. Under home. Under home, A Mateen. If I have another user, under home, different user. User 1. Under /home, if I create user 3, /home, user 3. If user 3 log into the box, so what happening? Under home, I am creating the user home directories. What is the purpose of /home? It's create user's home directory. User home directory means the directory where the directory where the user is landed into the system, landed in the system. When you connect to the box, some place you land, right? So where you land? Your home directory. that is under /home.
All his data will be in that direction.
Yes, whatever the user creates that files, directory, programs, whatever the code user develop, it is under /home, user specific. Suppose user 1 develops some code, it's under /home user 1. User 2, /home user 2. So nobody access each other files and directories unless they want to share. If user they don't want to share, nobody can access each other files and directories.
Except
You
the-
will learn.
Except the administrator, right?
Administrator can do anything. Administrator can do anything, but user cannot do it. Any questions? Clear, right? So, what are the directives we learn? What is the purpose of /home?
Create user.
Contain user home directory. What is the purpose of /bin? Contains regular user commands. What is the purpose of /sbin? Contains all the administrator commands. What is the purpose of /dev? Contains all the device files. Right? We know the purpose, right? So, what are the files we know? We know this. Next, lib. Lib64, lib. Lib64 is if you install the 64 version, and lib is 32 version, 32-bit. Okay? But lib is the important. Okay? What is the purpose of lib directory? Lib stands for library. Library, right? What is the purpose of library? Contains data. Why you use the library? Why you go to library?
So it's different files?
Huh?
So it's different
Find? Very good. Find information. Any? Why you go to library? Reference, right? Reference book. There is a lot of books. Then if you want to read something, like you go to library, suppose you are learning Linux, you find some Linux book, right? So what you will do, you go in the shelf, take out the Linux book, read it, then what you will do after that? Put it back. That's a library property. Lib. So same here in the system. Okay? So there is some common programs, library files. So library means use for the reference. You cannot own it. Right? But you can use for your information or reference. So here same thing. There is some common programs. It used by the multiple commands. They use for their reference to perform their operation. Example what? So ls command, when you guys notice I am running the ls command, pwd command, right? You guys already know 3-4 commands, right? So what is the purpose of ls command? It is list the files and directories. It doing its job. But this is not a simple command. This is not a simple one file program. What it's doing to perform its operation, it's reading some more other files. Right? Example, 2-3 students same time, they are learning Linux, they go to the library. What they will do? They will put the Linux file, take out the Linux book and read it and put it back. Other student take out the same book and read it and put it back. Other student take out the book and read it same time. So everybody doing the same thing, right? But they are using the same file, the same book. So here, ls command is not a single file program. It is using multiple other programs. That is some common programs we call library files. Okay, SO, its extension is XO, shared object. You know, shared means share objects file. So it uses by the multiple commands. But how can I see what are the programs, what are the other files ls command using to perform its operation? There is a LDD command. Again, if I do LDD space LDD space bin, where is the ls command resides? Under bin, right? Can you see? Lib linux.so shared object. This is a shared file. This file is using lib64 libsclinux so, lib64 librt, lib64 libcab. So these are the file which command is using ls is using, right? Same time, what I will do, LDD show me what are the pwd command using. Pwd command linux vdso, this file is using, and same time libc.so, it resides under /libcso. So libc, right? Right? ls command also using the library file. pwd command also using the library file. Got it? So what is the purpose of lib file? Lib directory, it contains all the library files. It used by the other commands to perform their task. Common library files, common commands, common program used by the different programs. Common files used by the different programs. Got the concept?
Yes.
Asma? Got it? Clear, right? Okay.
Contains library files or library command? Library files.
Huh? So, if interviewer asks what is the purpose of lib directory, it contains all the library files. So, if he asks what do you mean by library files?
References.
It is a common files used by the different commands to perform the task. Right? Common means ls command also using this file to perform the ls operation. pwd command also using it, that file to perform this operation. If any of the file is missing, if you run that command, it will error out. Clear? Good. We also know about the lib. So media is not important. It just mount whenever you put the CD, it will mount automatically on the media. Don't worry about it. We will see later. OPT /OPT. Right? What is the purpose of /OPT? OPT stands for optional. Okay? Optional. So when you in your Windows machine, when you install any software, where it get installed?
C.
C?
C program files.
Very good. C program files, right? And in administrator in Linux, the installation work differently. We will learn at the administration side. But as an administrator, what do you like to have? You will, if you got a software from IBM, any software got a request you want to install, you just install under /OPT. Keep it separate. You don't have to mix with your operating system files. Each other directory has its own purpose. You only install under /OPT. Again, the optional software comes with the from the Red Hat, from where your operating system is using, and also come from different vendor. Different vendor means IBM's, Oracle, WebLogic, Apache. These are the different company, and I'm using Red Hat Linux. if you come the same software, if the Red Hat provide you the software, optional software you want to install, it will go under the /USR. But from the different company, it goes under /OPT. Clear? What is the purpose of /OPT? It contains all the optional softwares. Clear? Any questions? No questions. Okay? And another root. If you log in as a user 1 in the system where you landed,
Home directory.
give me the full path.
/home.
/home,
/home user.
/home.
Username.
If you log in as a user 1, so
/home.
tell me the full path where you are landing in your system.
/home user one.
Very good. /home user. If you are landing in as a root, where you are landing?
/root.
/root. Okay? The root doesn't have any directory under home. What parameter decide where your user land, which you will learn in administration? Okay? But when you log in as a root, where you landed in the system? /root. Clear? /root is the home directory for the root user. So SE Linux, don't worry about SE Linux. Sys, don't worry about Sys. USR, again optional software you will see in the administration from the same vendor, same Red Hat or CentOS. Boot, it contains all the system bootable files. What are the things we need system to come up? Right? We don't know what files we use in the Windows. Right? Because it's hidden. But if something you have the booting problem, you know where to look. Okay? So where it is installed? What is the purpose of /boot? It contains all the bootable files. Clear so far? Very good. Then what is the next directory we have? /etc. It contains all the system configuration files. What file it contains? System configuration file. You will see. When I start administration, everything. If you want to change the host name, /etc. Under that there is a file. Configure the network, /etc. Everything, all the configuration file, it resides under /etc. Right? Okay, lib, we already know. Lost and found, whenever create a file system, it created empty directory, don't worry about it. And what is the next? MNT is the temporary mount, you will learn later. And next is this is the important thing, proc. Proc, what is the purpose of the proc? Ghafoor, you can sit in the room. What is the purpose of /proc? Purpose of the /proc contains all the information, whatever is in the memory. If you want to see, that is a proc directory. It's a virtual file system. If you want to see what information is inside the memory, where you can look under /proc. When the system is boot up, all the system information, host name, IP address, disk, everything resides in the memory information. Okay, all this information resides under the memory. How can I check? Just check under the /proc. Okay, proc is for memory. Next week I will ask all this question in your interview, this quiz. And bad part of my quiz is I will announce the score in front of everyone. Somebody got 10 out of 10, somebody got 1 out of 10, somebody got 0. I just announced. Okay?
Can you repeat what's the
Proc contains all the memory. System memory information. Whatever the information is under your memory, if you want to look, where you can look? Under proc. But you will see in your administration what files you have to look for what information.
System memory information, right?
Yeah, system memory information. So when your system is boot up, you know all the operating system configuration information resides under your memory. So all it goes under proc. And SRV you don't have to worry. And temp/tmp. What is the purpose of /tmp?
Temporary.
All the temporary files. Users can create files to location. What is the one location?
Option.
Home.
User home directory. What is the other location? Very good. /temp. Okay. And /temp has a special bit, but I will cover in the administration. Don't worry about it. So, what are the two locations the user can create the files and directories? User home directories. Another is /temp. Any questions so far?
So does the /temp has a user identification too?
No. Any user can create it. So there, if you need some common place, so all user can create the files and directories. What is the common place? TMP /TMP. Clear? What is the purpose of /var? It contains all the log information. Sub services is failing. Why it is failing? How can you check? It recorded in some log file. So it contains all the log information. What is the purpose of /var? Contains all log information. Okay? Any questions so far? No questions? Very good. So today we will end.